It just jacked up. Ew, there we go. I don't know what just happened right there, but we made it. Welcome, 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 everybody, to the first official episode of the Power Up podcast, man. Welcome, welcome. Hope you guys are having a good and wonderful Monday. Welcome, everybody, in the chat. We are live streaming now on Twitch. If you are watching this playback video on YouTube, thanks for tuning in. Good to see you guys, man. Metal Ninja, Flam Lord, thank you so much for the sub, man. Almost a year in the building. Let's go, man. Too much power, Metal Ninja said. Let's go, bro. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. This is the first official Power Up podcast, man, where we talk about everything Dragon Ball Super card game related, from Fusion World to Masters, all the in-betweens, and we try to use all of this to not just talk about the cards, but also just to help power up your life. You know what I mean? Like, that's what we're here to do. And I brought some homies with me. You know what I'm saying? I brought some of the squad with me. I'm not alone in this, man. I'm not alone. And I just, you know, as I sit back and I just look at how far we've come in this thing, man, how far I have come in here and built this thing from the ground up. When I remember back in the day, I was streaming on, literally, I was telling my wife the other day, I was streaming on a big giant 35-inch TV, and my monitor was like my laptop that was half busted and just crusted. It was not good. So kids, if you're watching this, start with what you got. Use what you got, man. You know what I mean? Even if it's bougie and it's just super badly rigged, just run with it, man. Just run with it. Use what God has given you and just use it. You know what I mean? I look back on things and I'm just like, man, how did I get here, man? How did this happen? And when I really deeply think about it, man, there's a lot that comes to mind. But there's one person in particular, man, that has been A1 since day one. This dude, man, has been a brother to me, has been somebody who, in my life, man, has played a role outside of the cards, outside of all that. And this guy, man, when you talk about an anime enthusiast, you talk about somebody who goes beyond the cards with this stuff, like we always talk about here on Power Up, man, and like we want people to be inspired, man. I've been inspired by this brother, but little does he know, he has inspired my life in some ways. Look at his face, he's like, what? Nah, for real though, man, the way he is as a person outside of this thing, and how I've seen him interact with his wife, how he loves his wife and loves his kids, that's the true power up. And this dude is the embodiment of power up. You know what I'm saying? Is my dude, Mr. Travis the Spice Sawyer, man. Make some noise for my man right here. You know what I'm saying? He embodies the power up culture like nobody's business, man. Welcome to the podcast, my guy. How you feeling?
Appreciate that, man. That was a good intro, brother. I was like, oh, getting a little misty out over here. Nah, man, I'm doing good. I'm doing good, man. I'm excited. Like, finally got this thing going. I've been wanting to do this for a while. I don't know why. I think maybe God put it on my heart. I don't know, but I think things are gonna come from it. We're gonna see. We're gonna see. But I'm happy. I'm
Yes,
happy.
sir.
Glad we got to do this. And since you've been gave me that such amazing intro, I gotta go over to the next person, Mr. My boy, Mr. Hector Dela Cruz,
Hey.
who I'm currently getting to know him. But let me tell you a little bit about. Let me tell you a little bit what I do know about Mr. Cruz. Let me tell you this man, this brother right here. You want some analysts? You wanna maximize the value of your life?
And we not just talking about the cards in your deck. You know what I'm saying?
No, we're not just talking about. We talking about if you go to the grocery store and you say, which eggs should I get? Do I want to get the jumbo size eggs? Do I need to get the name brand eggs? Or I need to get the Walmart generic eggs? This man, yes, we're gonna come out. Look, brother, I need you to get these Walmart brand eggs because you're gonna save some money in your pockets, and then you're gonna go to the cash register and you're going to get the cashier the exact change that they need.
Facts.
So you pick that Walmart brand. He already got it thought out. And on top of that, when it comes to the cards, I played my Vegeta deck. Let me tell you, this brother said I was having issues with keeping my hand size to 7. So he was like, use some dies. I'm like, dies? You gonna use no dies? Use some dies. Now I use some dies. I was like, oh, that's big brain right there. I like it. So let me go ahead and slide y'all over to Mr. Hector Dela Cruz.
Hey,
I appreciate you joining
yes,
us,
sir.
man, being on the podcast, and look forward to learning more about you and just enjoying these conversations tonight.
I appreciate that intro, Travis. That was really kind. It sounds like an exaggeration about the Walmart thing, but yeah, no, I've done that a couple times.
He's like, no, I legit do that.
Yeah, no, like, you know, big on optimizing the card choice and all that, but you know, the show isn't about just us two. You know, we've got the man himself, the one who's just kind of giving us, you know, all a platform, not just for Dragon Ball, but just to express, you know, the way of the Lord and like the goodness of life, and you know, really powering us up both in game and of course like in our daily lives. I know I've been powered up by this guy and just inspired by, you know, his words and his actions. You know, I've known this man for about 4 or 5 years now.
Crazy.
Probably a bit more actually, if I think about it.
Yeah.
But you know, more recently I've gotten to know him, not just as a player, but like as a person, as a father, a husband, just a wonderful all-around dude. You know, he's helped me personally in both my competitive and my real life. You know, he prays for my family, he prays for me, prays for all of us, and you know, the least we can do is just like give him his flowers while he's still here.
Oh,
ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Mr. Power Up himself, Justin.
Oh my gosh, this
Yes,
guy.
sir.
Oh,
Yes,
hey
sir.
man,
Yes,
that's
sir.
dope, man. Thank you,
Yep.
man. I received those flowers, brother. I receive them. I receive them. Thank you for that, man. Well, man, yeah, thank you guys for just being a part of this experience. This is episode 1, and it's coming full circle, man. We've tried so many. There's been so many variations of what Power Up is kind of weaved in and out of, and what it's looked like, you know, in its history of starting out in 2019, and here we are, you know, doing like straight up video games is how it started out, and then we got to this point where, you know, I've always played Dragon Ball Super. I've played since 2017, played in technically before that with Panini Z, Pan Z, some people know it as, and yeah, it's crazy because I've met Trav we met because of Dragon Ball, and then, you know, Hector and I met because of, we were on the same esports team.
Mm-hmm.
He was playing Smash Brothers competitively, and I was playing Gears of War competitively, and we were on the same team and happened to know each other, and he came in on our streams here, and I came in on some of his streams, and we just kind of connected that way, man. And to see
5 years ago,
yeah,
in 2019,
literally, and we didn't really know each other that well that at that point, but you know, he's been a part of Power Up stuff even after the dismantling of that esports team, and yeah, he's been just a Power Up fam like supporter, man, from a distance, and not even just from a distance, but inside of the community, and just seeing him show up at our locals, driving. This man drives like 2.5 hours to get to our like 2 hours ish every week, showing up. Dedication, bro.
Dedication.
Facts. And it's amazing, man. So kudos to both of you guys, man. And I mean, my man Trav got his wife, and shout out to Asia. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Asia, holding it down, man, and got you know, this whole you know, father thing on lock, and he just had a new little one. You know what I mean? And it's just a lot, man, to try and keep up, play cards, got kids. It's a lot, man. Myself, I got 3 kids, so I know how it is. You know what I mean? It's a lot. But here we are bringing all this stuff together, and I'm excited about what the future holds for us, man. And we're gonna just, Trav, I'm gonna let you, you know what I'm saying? Like, what we gonna talk about today, man? What's on episode 1's docket?
Let's get into this theme part that you sent out, because I didn't know nothing about it at all until you
Oh yeah.
You posted it on Facebook first, or did you post it in the chat?
I think I posted it on Facebook. I kind of shared it everywhere, man, because I was that hype about it. I put it all in the group chats on Facebook. I put it all over Twitter. I did it everywhere. I was just like, bro, we're putting this up just in case anybody misses it. They need to know.
Yeah. When it dropped.
Oh,
sorry, you guys. No, you.
Oh no, I was just saying, if anybody wasn't aware, there is a Dragon Ball Super. Well, I don't know if Dragon Ball. There's a Dragon Ball theme park going to Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
So if nobody's aware of it, it's happening,
dude. I didn't believe it when I first saw it. I'm not even gonna lie to you. When I was on Twitter or X, I literally saw images, at first when I first woke up, and I was like, what is that? I was like, is this real? It was like concept art is what it said. And then it got shared by Dragon Ball's official page, and like all the official, like, you know, big time, big name Dragon Ball like content creators, they were sharing it. And I was like, what the heck? And then I saw the trailer. Once I saw the trailer, I was like, wait, this is real. And bro, I've yet to take my kids to Disney, but this might come before Disney.
You gonna take it to Dragon Ball?
My kids are gonna go.
That would be the Mitchell way.
Facts, bro. Oh man, like the roller coaster with Shinron, bro. Come on, man. Come on.
Definitely up there on my bucket list.
Yes.
Try to go.
100%, man. So hopefully, if you're watching this, you're excited about it because you might see me there.
The only thing is why Saudi Arabia, of all places?
Because Saudi Arabia they got money. They got money.
They got money. They got money and they got land. They definitely can.
Yeah.
You would have thought Japan probably would have got it first.
Yeah. I would thought
like
Japan
if you see the regular
amusement or California.
If you see the regular amusement parks in Saudi Arabia and like the water parks, it's actually insane.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it's like every single park in there is like its own like Disney World.
Facts.
Really, I've not looked. I have to look into it now. I've not looked at any like stuff over there.
No, Saudi Arabia got money like that. Like they do this. They do stuff like this for fun every year.
Yeah, bro.
Wow.
It's free. It's real. It's real. But I mean, that's the thing. Is like I think they just got a lot of money. They got a lot of land, and they're gonna probably put on, bro. Like that thing's gonna be, sheesh. I can only imagine what that junk's gonna really be when it pops off. So, y'all gonna catch me in Saudi Arabia. I done told my wife, I was like, look, we got about 3 to 4 years before this junk actually happens. We gotta save. We gotta save up.
Imagine if they throw like a world's tournament in Saudi Arabia at the park.
Imagine.
Wow.
Imagine, bro.
Crazy.
Imagine playing a tournament inside an actual world tournament arena.
Imagine getting your invite to that. That's insane. That'd be insane.
That's where Worlds is every year.
Man.
That would be sick.
That'd be fire, bro.
Yeah. Give me ideas.
Yeah.
But dang, those gonna be some expensive flights, boy.
Yeah.
I ain't know how much it is.
I'm gonna have to
taking out loans.
Yeah, bro. I'm just gonna sell my left, kidney. Be all right.
I'll sell my house. It's fine. by then, it should cover one plane ticket.
Maybe half.
Right.
Yeah.
Not even including how much it is to get inside the park.
Facts.
But that theme park is pretty sick. So definitely look forward to that.
Yeah.
We can. Do you have any more thoughts on that? I'm about to say if not, we can say
nah. Yeah, nah. That's I just am excited to go, man. I think the theme park is gonna be dope. Yeah.
But onto the card aspect, there's been a lot of good stuff that we've been getting revealed recently.
Yeah.
The whole new set. We've been eating good with these reveals. We've been eating.
Yo, Dragon Ball period is eating good right now. I'm just saying, we Dragon Ball fans, period. We are eating this year, bro. Like it's literally the year of the dragon, right? And China, was it Chinese? The Chinese year of the dragon, is that what it is?
Yep, year of fire, year of the dragon.
Yeah, bro. Like, son, like we eating right now, bro, because the dragon is out here putting on. You know what I mean? So, facts. But set 2, right? Is that what we about to talk about?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, set 2. Let's go into those leaders.
All right, let's go with the Goku first, man. Goku leader is thrown up on the screen. Y'all can see it right here. We got the front side and the back side revealed. This is our third, crazy enough, red Goku. We have starter deck Goku in set 1, red. You got blue, Super Saiyan Blue Universe 7 U7 Goku, red in set 1. And then we have this one as our third and hopefully final red Goku.
I'm about to say, I don't care for Goku like that, but he need to be in some other colors like that.
Yeah, he do.
But so what does he do? he's a 15. I mean, yeah, 15K like every other leader so far on the front. Attacks, draws card, typical. And then
Yep.
his thing is though when he gets to 3 life or less, that's when you awaken. Then you draw one card and flip it over. So he has that little caveat of being at 3, like Broly. But I don't think he.
But he draws a card instead of ramping one.
Yeah. So once he awakens, he's a 20K leader. Attacking, draw one card, activate main. Once per turn for 1 energy, you discard 1 card from your hand. Play up to 1 battle card with 20K power or less, and it has to be a tournament of power trait card from your hand.
Yeah. So what do we think about? I mean, we haven't really seen all the red cards yet. Still, I think we're still missing some.
We're missing a lot of them.
Yeah.
So like to note, the only tournament of power card that we've seen, both in set 1 and set 2, is the 4-drop
Kefla.
I believe. The 4-drop Kefla.
And then and Tien.
Oh yeah, and Tien, but
Tien is actually pretty good if you yeah.
Yeah, he's a high rolling card of the set. So, maybe you play him, maybe you don't.
What would you rate this? What would you rate this leader, Hector? Like just based off the leader on a scale of 1 to 5.
1 to 5, I'm going to give it a big ol' question mark because we don't know how good this leader is yet. We've only seen 1 card that works with its archetype, technically 2, but the 1 card we did see is very good. The Kefla, very good card.
Kefla's good.
But it's too hard to gauge this leader's power level, like without seeing more cards for its archetype. So it could be good. It could be busted. It could be cheeks. We don't know yet. But I'm always hoping for the best.
Generic leader.
As a generic leader, I mean,
you wouldn't say it's like a
Nah, it's definitely not generic.
Okay.
Yeah, you can definitely play you're definitely gonna play some set 1 cards that don't have the tournament of power things on it. Like you're gonna play your self-awakened Roshis, you're gonna play hits, you're gonna play your Goku 3-drop SR, you're gonna play SCR. Like you're gonna play generic good red stuff in it, plus the archetype of tournament of power if the cards are good enough.
About to say, once we see more of the tournament of power cards, I think that's gonna allow us to see, is the engine that this deck wants to work with, is it actually playable, especially when all things considered, Beerus and Starter Ku are really good. And then you have Blue Ku, he's Universe 7 Goku off set 1 is still really aggressive and strong. It's going to be hard to top what I feel like we already have. I don't know if this deck is going to do that yet. I mean, granted, for 1 energy, being able to play a 20K, usually a 20K costs you 2 energy. So the fact that it's 1 energy is good, especially if that 20K card that has Tournament of Power in it can give you some type of additional value. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, I foresee just like the way the Kefla card reads, how it gets to play something else when it gets played. I can foresee this Goku being more of a battle card spam go wide deck, as opposed to U7 who has to actually pay energy for their cards. This leader can actually cheat out battle cards much faster.
Which in this game, comparatively speaking to Masters, there's not really any way to cheat out cards. And this is the only way that they're doing that, which is like this built-in leader effect for just 1, you get the shortcut. Instead of tapping 2, I'm only tapping 1, but I do have to discard a card, which kind of sucks because, to be honest, in red, one of the hardest things to do is keep hand size up.
Yep.
And so it kind of sucks, you know what I mean, in that way, because red does not draw a whole lot.
It's very high risk, high reward, especially because you awaken at 3, and against green specifically, 3 is not a number you want to be in terms of life, because when they get to that point where they drop their big their twins, the 40Ks and 45Ks.
Oh yeah, Android 17, 18.
It becomes a lot harder to defend that 3rd life than it is to defend that 4th life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Once that 3rd life is gone, and you have 2 life left. you're already in the super danger zone, especially as a red deck who, like Justin said, doesn't have that reoccurring card advantage in hand. So I'm excited to see what the rest of the archetype is, but right now, you know, I can't really put a solid rating on this.
Yeah, I feel that.
No, that's fair. That's fair. Well, let's go on to the next one then.
All right. What's the next one? What are we talking about?
We're talking about Vegeta, my boy.
Oh, we got Vegeta. There he is. There he is. Hey.
I got things to say about you, Vegeta.
Okay.
I mean, off the rip, what y'all's initial thoughts, man?
Well, first off, you know, unawakened side standard leader, you know, draw 1, awakens at 4. And it's awakened side, you know, attack, draw 1, you know, but at the end of his turn, you switch up to 2 of your energy to active mode. Does anyone else go first, or should I just go?
From Masters. It's SS3 Goku from Masters.
Pretty much. It's his little cousin. It's his little cousin.
Yeah.
Y'all wanna?
I like
Y'all wanna
it really
a hot
depends
take?
on.
Y'all want a mild hot take from me?
Yeah, give us the hot take.
Let me say my spirit real quick.
Oh yeah, go.
I'll let you go in real quick.
Yeah.
I'm biased. So I'm already.
It's his boy. It's his boy.
True. You got it. My bad. You got the floor, bro.
he might even be the best, but I'm gonna say you're the best right now because that. I think the main thing is for him is seeing what defensive cards he has, because untapping to at the end you can't really benefit it on your turn. So you're gonna have to have some crazy good stuff to do on your opponent's turn. So which is what I'm hoping for. But the ability is crazy to me. I like it.
Yeah.
All right, you go ahead.
Okay, so mild hot take, but I think it's, now that I think about it, it's more mild than hot. This is the best leader in the game in about 7 to 8.
Wait. Say it again.
This, hold on. Let me do it completely. This is the best leader in the game in 7 to 8 sets when Bandai forgets this leader exists.
Oh,
because they're going to print out a bunch of defensive yellow cards, like in the future, not remembering that they printed this card. Because that's exactly what happened with you know, with Blue Goku. That's exactly what happened with Golden Frieza in Masters. All the way in set 1, where they just printed a bunch of defensive yellow cards, and Frieza just got to use them, you know, for free and cheat them out.
Yeah.
So I definitely see in like 5, 6, 7, 8 sets, this leader is just going to be absolutely bonkers with the new stuff they print. Right now, they did reveal a defensive
which we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that card later. Yeah, we're gonna get to that.
Yeah, which is, you know, good, but I need to see more. I do think this leader is like pretty nice with what we have already with Death Ball being defensive. But
yeah,
this leader is only as good as, you know, the defensive cards you
right.
can.
Here's my take on it. I think I agree. I agree with you, Hector. Unless they surprise us, because more cards are still not revealed in this set. We still got more. We don't even know what the SR is for yellow like that. Like, we know we have a Bulma, but there's going to be more than just the Bulma. Like, we already know that. So my thing is this. I am 100% in agreement to the fact of, like, a great defense is also a strong offense. So if you can have a strong defense, that can, like, that's just as good as being super aggro. Like, you don't need to be always super aggro. If you have everything to shut down other plays or other things, obviously it's really good. So like, this deck seems like it wants to be strong on defense, so next turn it can punch you in the mouth. Like, that's what it seems like to me, what it wants to do. And I'm excited. I mean the art, I will say this, the Goku leader looks fire, looks super good. I love the art. I love the art on this Vegeta. Like, Vegeta here looks like it's way... the set 1 starter deck leader was cool. What I'm excited about with this leader is seeing what the alternate art is going to look like. Because I know this alt art leader is going to be freaking gorgeous. It is going to be sick. And it's probably going to be what Gohan was for set 1. I feel like this is going to be set 2's chase card alt leader. Unless they make Goku brokenly crazy.
It's a good thing we're getting that case in, so I can pull it.
Hey, we gonna do it. We gonna do it. We gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? All right, so next one that we have on the list here is our boy Cell, the Cell leader, man. Let's talk about Cell for a second. A lot of fan favorites in the chat. A lot of people in the community who love Cell. He's completely different than what he is in Masters. Right, in Masters, he was a hand control guru. That's what this dude was like.
It was a nightmare on release.
He was a nightmare, man. That's why they had to nerf the boy and reboot him.
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
Yeah. In this set, I don't think green is not hand destruction anymore, right? And Masters hand destruction exists in green. But
green crushes your soul in different ways.
Yeah, it does do something completely different, which is, it's fun for people who like to ramp energy and play a bunch of big things, which we haven't even seen what the big 8-drop Cell does. We don't even know, but it's coming. Somebody, what does anybody want to tell the people, man, what does the Cell leader do? What does it do, guys? Talk to us about that.
It's typical draw one. When you get to 4 life, flip over, draw a card. So no generic. But once he awakens, 20k, draw 1 card when attacking. His activate main, if once per turn, if you have 5 energy, add up to 1 card with a cost of 3 or more from your drop area to your energy. So he ramps himself for free, which is pretty dope. I do like that. That is cool. But I don't know. Looking at Broly and Gohan, I don't know. I honestly can't say that he's better than them. I think he's good. I don't think he's bad, but I don't know.
I mean, him not getting a power boost at all does make this leader to me, because Broly is already by default 25. He's higher than anybody else other than, we'll get to that leader in a second, the other one. But Broly can also boost himself up to 30 on attack. He can't do anything on, like, he's at 20 pretty much the entire time. Unless you tap energy later for the new extra card, which we'll get to in a second. But, to be real with you, to get to 5 energy is only turn 4, right? You're only getting to turn 4, and then from turn 4 on, you're ramping consistently every single turn. So you're gonna get to 8 energy literally probably faster than any other deck, I would imagine. I mean, Hector, you tell me if I'm wrong, but I feel like...
Yeah, no, I did the math, and this leader does help you get to 8 the fastest, because you go from 3 to 5 and then to 7. Or, no, you go from 3 to 5, and then on 5 you activate main on this leader, you go to 6, and then you play one of your 5 drops to ramp you to 7, and then on your next turn you go to 8. So you go from 3 to 5 to 8.
Yeah.
Which is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
But I think
so.
For this leader,
are you?
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Travis.
What turn are you getting at 8 energy then with this leader?
Turn
5 or 6.
Turn 5. Yeah, turn 5 mostly. Usually.
Turn 5. Turn 5.
If you're going
8.
first,
so basically.
Yeah. If you're going first, you go your turn 3. You go to 4, or you go to 5. Then on your turn 4, you go to 7. Yeah, then turn 5, you're at 8 after you charge.
Yep.
Which is faster than when it's faster than the leaders. So I can see a world where, if you high roll enough, or you don't even need to high roll, where this kind of outpaces the other green decks. But I think where this kind of shines in like deck building is this allows you to play cards that get rid of your energy, such as instant Kamehameha. And I think they're gonna print more cards like that you get rid of one of your energy, and like you get like an extra like point of value.
Yeah.
And so I think like this deck like facilitates you playing like instant Kamehameha both on offense and on defense. So you can just constantly be at 5, just so you can like go to 6, or like vice versa. You can like be at 6 and then go to 7. And then play like 2 instant Kamehamehas, go back down to 5, and then activate main on it, ramp back up to 6.
Yeah.
So you technically ramp, but you technically don't.
I see.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
this lets you
Okay.
play more copies of instant Kamehameha. Plus, they might print out more, you know,
More
send
boosting
an
cards.
energy send an energy to drop to do X.
Yeah, I agree.
So
What-
I do think, like, right now on the surface, it is the weaker of the 4 green leaders. But I think it just lets you play a different style of green rather than just turbo to Broly and then win.
That's fair. That's fair. I can see that. So the next leader getting out of Cell's way, we're gonna go into the other Broly almost, Mr. Zamasu, the second leader to be printed ever in Fusion World that has a 25 base on its Awakened side. Let's talk about Zamasu, man. And there's a lot of feels I have towards this deck. I'm not gonna lie to you. There's some things, but let's talk about this. Let's dissect this a little bit. Let's talk about front side and back side, man. What's he do?
So front side, you know, to kind of time typical, you know, draw 1 when attacking. He's, along with Goku, he's another leader that when he's at 3 or less, he draws a card and flips over. And then on his Awakened side, doesn't draw when he attacks. Doesn't draw at all, actually. Instead, he has an activate main. Once per turn, pay 1. You discard a card from your hand. If your life is at 2 or less, add the top card of your deck to your life. And he's base 25k.
Yep.
Yeah. I know my boy Ray excited for this one.
Yeah.
But,
Shout out to my boy
yeah.
Metal in the chat. I see you, bro. I see you. He's a big fan of Goku Black and Zamasu right here, man. So let's go. Yeah.
Go ahead. You say you had some feels about it. What's your
I
thoughts?
mean, so let me make sure I'm saying this right. All right, let me double check myself and make sure I'm saying exactly what I want to say. Because yes, Zamasu, he has to be down to 3, draws a card, flips over, and then you have to, on his Awakened side, it's just like Broly, you don't draw a card on swing, so you're losing that card draw, which sucks. But then you also have to tap 1 and discard 1, just like Goku's effect. Tap 1, discard 1. And then if my life is at 2 or less, because you flip over, you're already at 3. So then it's like, I understand you're just going to take a hit to kind of get yourself back in the game. I'm just not sold on necessarily this idea, but what I do like about kind of the engine, which we don't have all the cards that have been revealed so far from set 2 all loaded into tonight's podcast, but there is a card that I believe, if y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe there is a Zamasu card that they've revealed, I believe it's Zamasu, that ramps you in energy.
The time ring?
Is it the time ring that ramps you?
Let me see if I can find.
I'm pretty sure
it's
it's time ring, or there's some kind of card that will ramp you in blue, which can be very, very good and strong in this, because if you can buy yourself enough time to stay alive with Zamasu, I feel like getting past 5 as quick on and higher, I don't know, depending on what the rest of the card pool looks like for this engine, this deck could be a problem, man. Being able to just tap 1 and just throw away a card because peel-off exists, I can go get that card back. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, I'll just tap 1, throw this out, go get me another life, and then I'm gonna go play peel-off and I'm gonna ramp back that card anyways. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, so looking up, there hasn't been a set 2 card that, like, ramps you anything.
Is there not? I thought there was one.
Yeah.
No.
I could have sworn I read something that said it. Okay. Maybe I'm tripping then. I'm tripping. I could have.
Most of the new cards have to do with, like, you know, looking at the top 3 of your deck, then stacking them in whatever order, or, like, you know, also.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that.
Card. But no, nothing that, like, ramps. What I'll say about the leader is I agree with you that the deck can be a problem just because it's 25 base.
Right.
You know, but I think where this leader can shine, I'm not saying it's like amazing, but where it can shine, it facilitates a lot of blues 7 or less restrictions
Right.
in hand. And plus with cards like Final Hope Slash and like Peel Off, you know, you swing with your leader with a Final Hope Slash, that's 45k. That's a Broly swing.
Yeah, that's nasty.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I think, I don't know, it's I don't know, this leader's a bit of a head scratcher because
Right.
like the biggest thing it's got going for it is it's 25k, and like I guess like the life gain,
it's cute.
I don't know, maybe that just because in some situations I think that just ends the game on the spot, because let's say like you gain a life, like let's say you're like at 6 energy and you like gain a life and then you swing like, or you like bottom deck something with like a Final Flash, so now like their biggest threat is like now gone and they have to like go find another and you're just back at 3 life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, but that's the thing is like, if you have a leader that's already at 25k, that decent size of a leader, and then it just keeps healing itself, I think that it's going to I think it's going to be it could be a little bit of a worse situation than Broly, and all, because the fact that blue has the most amount of 10k combo power in their hand at all times, it's kind of crazy. Because they're like, you know what I mean? Because every time you swing, it's just going to be like, I have to combo 1 just to get up to you most of the time, unless I play a big beefy guy to swing 25k. So it's like if I throw out a combo card, like, I don't know. It seems, I need to see more, but the deck definitely has some potential. I don't know how sold I am on it, but Zamasu could be really good.
Yeah, I think it's like very wishy-washy.
Yeah.
Like to be determined. The most to be determined leader right now.
Yeah, I agree.
I do think it being 25K, out of all these leaders, Cell is the only one that's like, you can know for a fact what green does because he doesn't necessarily need pieces. He already has his green pieces that he used from set 1. All these other leaders, we gotta wait and see.
Yeah. All the other decks kind of need this. They need a better engine to run. You know what I mean? Metal Ninja in the chat said, "I will make you a go power up. I will make you a believer of Zamasu. Just wait." Hey man, shout out to my dude Metal. Dude's a Goku Black and Zamasu fan. So I hope you're right, man. I believe in you, man. I believe that. I mean, you've been playing Goku Black since set 1 drop, man, and I know you.
I will say about Zamasu compared to like the other leaders, this actually might be better than the other one.
Say it again.
But like not this Zamasu might actually be the best out of the blue leaders, but not by much. Just like that's how strong I see like the 25k plus the potential life gain, because you could just play generic blue, because like, you know, like Vegeta. You know, the fact that blue can draw like a lot kind of like can conflict with the Vegeta's game plan, even like after he awakens.
Yeah.
Trunks is too complicated for people to figure out how to play correctly, so people aren't even trying.
That deck is definitely a big brain deck for sure. Whiskey Alley, what up, sis? How are you? Good to see you in the chat, man. Long time no see.
Yeah, I can see Zamasu doing like the best out of the blue leaders in the future, honestly, like better than Vegeta and them.
I think it's gonna be an interesting deck.
I can see it. I don't know if it will happen, but I can see it.
Yeah.
Depending on how the game is, it determines. Depending on the speed of the game, determines how good Zamasu is, I think.
Yeah. I mean, people are gonna try it out, man. I mean, anybody that's any leader that gains you back life for 1 energy, it's not bad at all to keep yourself above 2. So you take a hit. Most people want to get you down to double strike, right? Like they're gonna swing at 3, because right now, as of right now, we do not have any triple strikers in the game. So most people are going to try and swing and hit you down
from 4 to 2.
Right, from 4 to 2, or from get you down to 3, hit you down to 2, and then take out your last 2 life. So to play against Zamasu, I feel like you got to get them to 3 and double strike them down to 1 to try and do what you got to do to win. Like, I don't think playing against this Zamasu is gonna have to. You can't play it to leave them at 2 and pass the turn, because you know they're just gonna go to 3 again every turn.
Right.
So
I said Zamasu, it's definitely like it's the Broly minigame of how do I play around 25k leader.
Yeah.
And then can I kill him fast enough where he doesn't get enough life out of his deck?
Yeah. Agreed. All right, well, we got the Zamasu leader out of the way. Going through a couple like just revealed cards in set. We got right here the Spy Robot. All right, it's a green card, 1 cost, 10k combo power, 5,000 battle power. So he's not really ever going to attack. He can, but most of the time you're not. He does have the ability to activate main once per turn. Choose, was it 3 cards, right? 3?
Yep.
3 cards in your opponent's hand and look at them. Like, spy in on their hand.
Like the it's like, was it Broly Crown from Masters, the red card? They used to do that.
Except
yeah.
that looked at your entire hand and then got rid of a card.
Yep.
This just like lets you see three random cards that you pick.
Yeah, it's yeah, not the Zuckerberg robot. That's not what this is. But how do we feel about this card, man? I think it's I mean, I always like looking at my opponent's hand to know what they got. It's not bad.
Yeah. I think if there's another card that interacts with it, then for sure. Is it a must-have?
No.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I can spread my light on this card.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, for sure.
This card is cheeks. You don't play this card. Because you know what you do when you don't know what's in your opponent's hand? You assume all their cards are 10k combo power. Because that's all that matters.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? Randomly choose 3? It's like, oh look, they have 3,000 combo power. All right, here you go. Now I'm just gonna play around what I thought you had anyway. Because the card pool is so small, we can already guess.
You can kind of guess, yeah. That's what I was gonna say.
Green, yeah, because okay, red, red is on, they have 3 energy. They're gonna play a 2-drop and a 1-drop, Self Awaken, or they're gonna play like Goku SR.
Yeah,
and then the rest of their hand is 10k combo power.
Yeah, I think later sets we're gonna end up seeing this card be maybe a bit better. But right now, I agree with you. I don't think we have enough cards in the card pool that when you're playing against any deck that you sit across from, at this point with only 2 sets, you're not gonna be like, I really need to know, do they have that card or not? You're gonna be like, I kind of already know what they're gonna have.
Yeah, like a good player should already be ready to play around certain cards at certain points of the game anyway, where you don't really need to.
Now in Masters, it might be a bit different.
Fun fact, Justin, this card does exist in Masters.
No, you can look at the top 3, or just look at the 3 cards for 1 energy.
Sort of, but the thing is, in the deck that it's supposed to be, it's the wrong tag to where it's unplayable. it has the robot tag, not an android tag.
Yeah,
so the card's legit unplayable.
Yeah, that's why. Because I'm like, I don't know of a card that allows me to look at 3 cards out of my opponent's hand. I don't remember that one. But there's also 10,000 cards in Masters to keep up with. So, and if it's a card that hasn't been getting a lot of play, I'm like, I don't remember it. So,
it's cheeks and Masters, and it's cheeks. Move on to the next one. Moving on.
Yep. Yeah, we're about to say we rolling down this pretty slow, man. We're trying to get through this kind of quicker. Cell Junior, 2 cost. Cell Junior, right? This guy, let me pull it up here so I can see it. Make sure I'm giving the proper reading of this guy. Because I don't have it in front of me. There it is. Permanent. If you have a Cell battle card with a cost of 8 or more, which is why we said there 8 costs, we don't know yet. We have not seen it. We know it's going to be the SR of the set, one of the SRs of the set in green. If you have a cell with a cost of 8 or more in your battle area, you can use and play this card from your hand without paying its energy cost. So you get the SR 8 drop out, you play this for free. On play, you can add up to 1 extra card from your drop to your hand. How do we feel about it?
Card's broken.
All right, Hector, 10 seconds. Go. How you feel about it?
Card's broken. You get back your ramp, you get back Gigantic Meteor, instant Kamehameha with the Cell Leader to, you know, constantly put yourself down to 5 energy just to keep ramping. Card's busted. I don't care how good how good or bad the 8 drop cell is, this card's busted with it.
It just makes your leader better.
Solid.
Yeah.
That's
well, no,
facts.
because you grab literally any extra card. You can grab the other green card that got revealed that we're going to talk about in a second.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that. Yeah, for sure. For sure.
You know, but you don't want to play. You don't want to pay 2 for this. You want to play it for free with your 8 drop on field because that's when it's best.
All right, next card is the 6 drop Gohan. 6 drop Gohan. This card to me is cracked. I freaking love this card.
Insane card.
I love this card. Not only did we already have an insane 6 drop that had no combo power, now we have a 6 drop that has 10k combo power, and it's going to get you double strike. Having a Son Goku in your drop area is not hard. Why? Well, in my version of Green Gohan, I don't play the Trunks that everybody plays. I know a lot of people love the Trunks, but for me, I've been playing the Goku. So when I see this, I'm like, yes, bro. Yes. The Goku that is, I mean, people play the 5 drop Goku. Yes, which is why this guy exists in general. You don't have to play the 2 drop.
And the 1 drop as well.
Or yeah, you do have the 1 drop draw. Dang, that's right. The 1 drop draw,
yeah.
The 2 drop, 25k if you have a Gohan in your drop. And you have the 5k that ramps you and keeps you just looping stuff out of your energy over and over again. So you're gonna be able to get double strike easy by the time you play this guy. 35k double strike,
10k combo power.
Absolutely
crazy.
Amazing, bro. Absolutely.
Some decks probably can just like take out the twins and play for this.
Bro, I would absolutely play this over the twins. Well, no. I wouldn't say that. The twins are good because they do have board removal, which going against yellow or stuff with blockers, I love that. I love the twins for that reason.
But you know what you can do instead? You just replace the twins for more copies of the SCR.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair. I'd rather just wipe the whole board than just pop 2.
And like it's also 0 combo cost, so you'd rather have an entire board wipe than, you know.
See, this is why we talk about big brain plays from Mini right here. You guys are hearing it and seeing it live in the flesh, right here, right now.
This means that you can also just like not play the 6 drop gain a life Gohan either if you need space.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Play that guy instead.
To be honest, I don't even play that card anyways. I don't. I barely use it. Every once in a while I need it, but most of the time I feel like I don't. But the times I feel like I really need it, I hate it because I don't have it in there. But here we go. Let's talk about this green monster right here. The Sensu Bean got released today. Let's talk about it. Green Sensu Bean. This card, I like it, man. I think it's, I don't know. Tapping 5 to add a card to my life is better than tapping 6 to play the Gohan. Sure.
You never use that.
But I feel like it
doesn't exist.
But the good thing about this here's the thing. Over the 6 drop Gohan that gets you a life, this is better because it has an alternate option for cheaper. So you don't have to, it's like Gohan, the 6 drop Gohan, but with another option added to it. You know what I mean? Because activate main, you can tap 3 energy, add the top card of your deck to your life. So you're gonna pay 2 to play the card, but then you also have to tap 3. So you're tapping 5 to get 1 card back into your life to get away from dying.
You also don't get a 35k body.
Right, you don't. That is true.
Yeah, so that's the first effect is not the reason you play the card.
Yeah, the second turn is the best.
Battle.
Yes,
because read that activate battle.
Activate battle. Choose your leader or up to 1 of your battle cards gets plus 5,000 power for the turn. Easy dub right there, bro. Like the whole turn.
You don't lose any.
Yeah, my whole turn, I get another plus 5k. Oh, Broly is now a 30k. Oh, great. Like.
Honestly, this card was a much needed buff for color green. You know, that color's like been struggling for the past couple months. So, you know, I'm glad Bandai saw that the problem with green was that, you know, it just didn't have the power to survive against
they needed some
a bunch
help.
of boards. So I'm glad they gave us this card to really help out the color to actually put it in the meta now.
8-drop Broly needed to be 50k, not 45.
Yeah, exactly.
It needed to be a solid 50k.
Ridiculous, man. Ridiculous. Card is good.
Now Gohan actually has a reliable way to beat Ginyu. You play Sensu Bean and Ginyu cries.
No, 25.
No,
100%.
I like that. Yeah, that's solid.
Yep. Gohan now has
plus, that 2-drop Cell Jr. can get back Sensu Beans.
Young is
Low
good.
tier color.
All right, let's get to the
Last card to talk about is Blue Power Awakening. This card just got revealed as well, man. This card art is pretty dope. I love the art on it. It's sick. Vegeta turning into Super Saiyan Blue. Super cool, man. Let's talk about this guy, man. Since this is your boy, talk about this card with us, Trav.
Yep, 2 yellow, activate main. Choose the one of your opponent's rest mode battle cards will cost a 6 or more Broly and KO it. So killing Broly.
Yes.
Activate battle. Choose your leader up to one of your battle cards. It gets 25k power for the battle. 25 power. That's nuts.
And
That's
it doesn't
insane.
say on your turn or your opponent. It's used whenever.
I'm going in with my 1-drop bomber and killing you with this card. I'm swinging with everything I got, and I'm saving that 1-drop bomber, and we going in.
He's like, if I don't kill you, wifey's gonna kill you. Wifey's gonna, yeah.
Wifey's gonna get you.
She gonna throw that capsule, boy.
That card is. That's a 4 of. That's a 4 of automatic in the deck. No questions asked.
Yeah, card's fire. How you feel about it, Hector?
I really don't like the rarity that it is. I think it's criminal that it's an uncommon.
Yeah.
I think that's literally that's like the worst thing Bandai could ever do to this card because its art is insane. The fact that I can't have it foil makes me very upset.
Bro, yeah. If that card was foil, it'd be gorgeous, bro.
Yeah. They should have made at least a rare.
A rare,
Not gonna lie, the activate main is a little bit of a hard sell to me, but I can see it being like used for that utility. Just because like sometimes your turns are slow. Sometimes you don't use all your energy to play like big things. So,
right.
You know, just like killing something 6 or more, sure. The activate battle synergizes well with the new blue Vegeta leader, you know, because you're untapping too. So this always has to be a card that you have to think about playing against yellow in the future.
Yes. Yes.
Which I think is like a big boon for yellow. Even if you don't play it, people have to think about it.
So the thing is too, is that when Vegeta ends his turn and he restands 2, there's the reason why you have 2 energy. Like you have super combos at your disposal for free, and you have to worry about getting over another 25k. So the odds of killing like Vegeta specifically is going to be very hard when he runs this card, because he's not this card alone helps his defense to keep him from taking a double strike to the face.
It also means yellow in general just can have an easier time against because they already struggle against like 25k leaders.
Yeah,
that's why we play like Supernova and such. But this card just kind of, you know, helps that like a big ton, because you swing a 20k, now they're 45k. That's a super combo plus change.
Yeah,
that
facts.
Green's gonna have to combo out of.
Facts.
Yep.
So I definitely don't think this is an automatic 4 of in everything, but you definitely play some amount of copies.
At least 2
yellow decks.
At least 2.
Yeah, I will be finding room for this card in my free
Oh
time.
yeah, for sure. All right, so now we're gonna move into a new segment of the conversation here on the Power Up podcast. Again, thank you guys. If you guys are tuning in right now, thank you guys so much for tuning in. We're still working on how we want to script and time this whole out. So we're gonna get there, man. We're gonna learn how to maneuver all this stuff. But I don't think we're gonna talk about the next section. I don't think we have time, man, to really get into it. But we can talk about some community responses and maybe some hot topics within the community. This is where we're going to just talk about these things. Right now, the only one we want to address tonight, man, we're going to address this, is the quote-unquote thing that's been still going since the game of Fusion World was announced, is this ongoing conversation. And it happens at locals still, where somebody, and y'all know who you are at locals, I'm not even going to say your name, but you know.
And if you don't know who it is, it's you.
It might be you. But if and if you were watching this and you're not at our locals, and you were like, is it me? It still might be you, right? Like, here's the thing. People are always like, Masters is a dying game. It's dead. Masters is gonna be gone in the next couple years. Blah. Like, I'm gonna save my thoughts for last, because I've said it a lot on stream, and I'll reinstate it again. But I want you guys to talk about, what are your thoughts on Masters being a dead game, right?
I agree. Next topic. No. No. I think Masters dying is like definitely cap. I think the biggest fear was people thinking that, you know, they're gonna lose a lot of their player base, or that Bandai's just not gonna care about Masters. We've already proven that both of those are not true. You know, we've recently just had like 2 or 3, you know, regionals or like big tournaments out of America that have done very well. And there's a lot of hype revolving around the new meta. You know, there's definitely like more tournaments. Prize support got announced, which looks fire. Like, the Golden Gogeta leader. Oh my god,
bro, sick.
And you know, like a bunch of Fusion World people, like at least like from our local scene that we've talked to, you know, they want to jump over to Masters. They want to see what that's like. So like at the end of the day, it all just like people that play Fusion World are going to funnel into Masters, and then that's going to funnel back into Fusion World, and it's just going to be a constant funneling loop.
Right.
Like, the player base is not going to go down for either game.
Well, and that's the thing is, like, I'm gonna stop. Trav, go ahead. Trav, go ahead.
Nah, I don't think Masters is dying, but I will say it has the potential to, just for the fact that Fusion World is in Japan. Masters is not. Now, I know they said they're going to support Masters and, you know, yada yada yada, but we also remember this is a Japanese-based game, and at the end of the day, Japan's going to look out for its people first. That's with, you know, anime, merchandise, like a ton of stuff. So I'm not saying Masters is going to die. We'll see. Time will tell, honestly. Time will tell. We'll see how it goes from a couple years from now. Fusion World is still fresh, but I could see the potential of them honing more into Fusion World, since it is based in Japan, whereas, like I said, Masters is just over here. Well, I think it's in the Europe and stuff too, but it's not based in Japan. Is my point.
It's in the UK.
So that's how I feel about it.
Yeah,
UK, Latin America, Oceania.
It's pretty much everywhere other than Japan.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is like, I mean, I hear you, like, well, they're gonna look out for theirs first, but then they that's the case, they would have done that at the launch of Masters from the beginning. They didn't do that, right? They literally launched it everywhere but Japan for whatever reason. I don't know why they did that. But here's I think there is a potential for the game to struggle of Masters, but here's my to Hector's point. We have seen this in our own locals, man. So I just want to encourage players with this, right? Your local scene is only as good as you are willing to make it out to be. That's just point blank period facts, right? Meaning you get what you put in, right? Bro, I tried to help revitalize after COVID our local scene. We had 0 people playing after COVID. Everybody was playing Digimon, and then One Piece came out, right? Like, there was nobody playing Dragon Ball Super here in Raleigh, North Carolina. I live in the capital of North Carolina, bro. And so there's a lot of people. It's not like I live in the middle of nowhere. And if you do live in the middle of nowhere, like, that's cool too. Like, there are still people. My thing is I got up with like 1 or 2 people and we just started meeting up, and the store wasn't carrying product or nothing. We eventually grew it to where I proved that we would show up for nothing. We had no tournament prizing. We had no tournaments even firing. We were just meeting up to play because we loved Dragon Ball. We just wanted to, and I wanted to see this scene start to grow and get back up. And we did that. And like I said this in my conversation with Fashbinder, man. Shout out to my man Dave, bro. Holding it down for the community and doing all the things, man. Shout out to that dude. But like we were I was like putting up my own money and like buying pizzas to like have pizza parties to encourage people and doing giveaways that this was not even store related. This is just something I was like trying to invest in the community so it could try to build up a new fan base. So you gotta get creative, man. You gotta do something creative. You know what I'm saying? But I think like, so if you're watching this and you have a passion for this game, find creative ways to invest in the scene in your local area. Talk to your local game store and be like, hey, you know, what could we do? What can I do? What can I help do to make this, like, can I host a pizza party? Can I do something for Dragon Ball players? Like, I don't know, like find something that fits for you. But what I'll say is this, when Fusion World dropped, we had people that were showing up that were only playing Fusion World starter decks, and they saw us playing Masters before Fusion World even dropped. And we had it was one kid, you know what I'm saying, that was showing up, one guy. And then now he shows up, starts playing Master some, because all the Master players are showing them some things. And my thing is, we have another guy. We just had our set 24 pre-release, and a brand new guy that started out in Fusion World came to Fusion World pre-release and all the other Fusion World stuff that we started having for set 1. This dude is in our Discord, in our POWERUP Discord as well. And now this dude is wanting to play Masters because he understands Fusion World more. And guess what? This dude shows up to pre-release and wins. He won the whole pre-release. Took it. And he was a Fusion World player and didn't touch Masters but like 2 times. And took the whole pre-release. And so now he's excited even more because he won the pre-release to play more Masters. And like he's in the Discord dropping stuff. So I say all that to say, look, like the funnel that Bandai talked about at Gen Con and what you heard a lot of us talk about that are very optimistic, or you say people say we're the white horse, you know what I mean? Running around like, oh, everything's good and everything's always positive. And I'm like, no, like it legit can be, but if it's all in your community, because if you're doom and glooming it the whole time, then the rest of your community is going to be like doom and gloom too. And everybody's just going to feed off of that, and everything else is just going to like crap out on you. Does that make sense? I don't know. Guys, like, am I just saying stuff that doesn't, like, is it falling on deaf ears, or is this like, I don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, it's resonating with me. That's pretty much, I share the same opinion.
Yeah. I just try to give examples of like stuff that's going on. You know what I'm saying? And it's probably,
horse, right?
Yeah.
Can't be a black horse.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Anyway, let's
Travis like Vegeta ain't meta, game's trash.
Yeah, Vegeta's not meta, I leave. Gogeta's not here, I leave. Let's we're gonna start this next segment. This is the close to the end of the night. We do this thing, we're gonna just have a random meme that is picked by some of our guys here, Mr. Hector and Travis or myself. We throw one in the group, and we're just gonna throw it on screen. And we're just gonna we like to have fun in our group chats, and we throw little memes around and start making silly comments and craziness. Chat, if you're watching this on Twitch, you guys feel free to throw your own captions to this meme right here, or just your thoughts. Here's our meme of the night right here. This is Perfect Cell. Just looking off in the distance. Just looking off. What comes to mind here is this just looks like what I look like when this is the face I make when players be like, oh man, Fusion World's killing Masters. Masters is gonna be dead in a couple years. And I look at them like, huh?
This is the face I make when I see Ginyu doing well at it. It's like, huh? How'd y'all let this happen? Who was there?
Hey, shout out to my boy Buggy out here, man. The Ginyu player in the. We just did a video. If y'all haven't seen it, man, it's on YouTube. Go check it out, man. My man is the OG Captain Ginyu from Puerto Rico. Dude is that's all he plays is Ginyu.
Flame Lord said the face you make when your opponent plays back-to-back 8-drop Broly's.
He said,
That's my face. That's my face when they. Sorry, you go, Travis.
No, I was about to say that's the face I make every time I see another green bro. They got a face on the digital client. I'm like, really? Like, god dang! Like, just keep showing up.
It's the face I make when green drops twins on me on turn 4. Bro, that happened to me. That happened to me in the last digital tournament that I played in. Like, my two Broly opponents played twins turn 4.
This is the face I make whenever I'm at a big national card tournament, and I happen to look across the room and I see some big guy's crack hanging out. I'm like, what? What? Hey, what is that? Why? Pull your pants up, man.
The face I make. That's a good segue to the face I make when you go to regionals and people don't be showering. They got that phone. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about.
Man.
That nerd phone. You be like, what?
Oh.
That nerd stank.
Oh God, we be out here, man.
Nerd
Some people be out here, man. Some people be out here.
Like, get some deodorant, please.
Cats be out here investing hundreds of dollars.
You can't buy no deodorant.
That was say that's the face I make when they say they can't afford deodorant, huh? What?
Right.
Oh my gosh. That's my Chipotle face. They said in the chat that's my Chipotle face. That's the face I make when the Chipotle hits my stomach with that. When I put the spicy sauce all on it and it tastes so good. Then 30 minutes later, that's I'm like, oh yeah, it's getting real. It's getting real. I gotta.
That's the face I make when I touch wet.
After I get my. Go ahead.
I was gonna say that's the face I make when I touch wet food while doing the dishes.
Oh.
Just,
I was just about to say that's the face I make after I get my Taco Bell meal.
Hey.
You haven't even eaten it yet. It's just right after. Right after you get it, it's that whiff. Just like, oh, it's gonna hurt soon.
That's hilarious. That's so good.
I might actually get some Taco Bell later.
Hey man, meme of the night, man. Meme of the night. That's it right there, man. This is a little bit of fun, a little bit of laughter. Man. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have some fun. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Tweet at Justin with your react.
Yeah,
to meme
you guys.
templates.
Here, I'm gonna put this back up here. Screenshot this, and then trim it, and then put it on your social media and tag us online with your captions if you have any that you want to put up there. Be like, and use the hashtag POWERUP, and we'll keep track of it, man. So there you go, man. There you go. Yeah, screenshot that. Yeah. So what we got next? What we got next? Real quick, we'll try to make this fast, man. Last couple bits here. Take about 10 minutes to do this next part, man. We're gonna get a little personal, man. We're gonna talk a little personal right now. Here's the thing. Power up stuff goes beyond the cards, man. It does. And that's what this segment is for, man. We wanted to get personal a little bit, man, and just dig a little bit into each other's just real life, man, because we all have one. We've all lived life for 20, 30 years now. And it's like most of us, you know what I mean? Some of you guys maybe in the chat, you're in your teens. That's great. However long you've been here, man, we all have a life outside of the card game. And that's what this segment's for, to get a little personal. And so the question tonight, man, is, you know, how has Dragon Ball, the IP, Dragon Ball itself, how has it impacted your life? We're going to start with that, man. How has it impacted your life? And the reason why we're talking about this is recently Akira Toriyama passed, and that was a big hit to the community. So we're just going to honor him a little bit in this together, and we're just going to talk about, you know, how has Dragon Ball affected you guys? Starting with you, Hector, how has Dragon Ball affected you, bro?
So I was thinking about this in preparation for the podcast, and funnily enough, I don't remember a single time when I've watched Dragon Ball, but I know I can vividly remember scenes I've seen.
That's
I
it.
don't
You're out.
remember
You're off the
exactly-
stream. You ain't in the. You
No,
ain't
but
in.
I've seen the show. I'm sure I've seen the show. It shows up in my head. I just don't remember. It's like that ever happened where you don't remember where you've seen a piece of media, but you know you've seen it. Like that's what's happened with me, like with Dragon Ball. Like,
So I see what we're gonna have to do. What this segment is all about is that we have discovered that we're gonna have to sit down with Hector and have
I'm down.
a watch party.
I'm down. I'm down to watch
This
Dragon.
is
I'm down to watch Dragon
intervention.
Ball.
Say what?
I haven't seen. I haven't an intervention. You said.
Oh.
Travis? Good. I will admit I haven't seen the original, but I would be super down to. I've seen all of Z, and I remember watching Super from start to finish, and I vividly remember a moment where this was before the card game came out. Me and my homies, we were just like, we all like came together like at midnight just to like watch the new. It was the episode where Goku finally hits like final form Ultra Instinct.
Oh yeah.
And I remember it's like me and my homies specifically got together at my house just to watch like the 2-parter episode. And that's like one of the most core memories. And you know, I was thinking about that, and not gonna lie, a tear like came to my eye because it just, you know, sparked all these other memories with Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
And you know, like I didn't grow up watching Dragon Ball like that. You know, I was like watching other things, or I was too young to even watch like TV or even understand anime. But like as an adult, you know, I did my due diligence. I went back and watched the show, and like, you know, while the fights and all that are cool, like the actual like character growth like in the series, like that was actually like, it hits harder when you're an adult.
Oh yeah.
Like the journey of like Gohan through the entire Cell Saga, even before that, the Saiyan Saga.
Yeah.
His journey up to the Cell Saga.
Okay,
like,
so you
like
have
insane
seen
writing.
okay, so you at least have. I thought you were saying you haven't seen.
No, I've seen. I've seen like.
Okay.
No, I've seen the whole Dragon Ball Z show. I just don't remember watching it. Like I don't remember a time where I've actually sat down, the TV's in front of me, and seeing the show. But I have vivid memories of all the scenes. Like I have watched the show. I just don't remember when. So like I do know what happens. I haven't seen the original, but I've seen all of Z and all of Super.
That all right. You respect. I was about to say how. Wait.
No. I've seen the show. But yeah, no.
No more intervention.
I don't think it's impacted me as well as. I don't think it's impacted me as much as like you both, as we're probably gonna get into soon. But there are definitely like memories that I have of the show, and of course of the card game that will stick with me for years to come.
Heck yeah, that's good. Trav, what about you, bro?
Man, I remember. What was Toonami? Was Toonami in middle school or high school? I want to say it was middle school.
It was middle school and high school. It was both.
Yeah, middle school. Okay, because I remember I used to watch a show called Reboot. I don't know if y'all remember.
Oh yeah,
Reboot.
I know Reboot. Yeah, the 3D animated joint.
Yeah, I was in Reboot. Yeah, I was in Reboot super hard. Then Dragon Ball came on after it, and I turned the TV off. I didn't know nothing about it. Dragon Ball looked weird to me. I wanted nothing to do with it. So one day I went to school, and one of my best friends was like, "Hey, you watch a show called Dragon Ball?" I'm like, "Nah, what's that?" And then he told me about, the show come after Reboot. I'm like, "Yeah, I was turning off like that." He was like, "What?" I'm like, "You stupid. Watch it." I was like, it's a little corny, but I was like, all right. So I was like, I'm gonna watch it. So I went home, and it was the episode. I remember it was Goku fighting Raccoon, and it was a perfect episode for somebody new to come into Dragon Ball. Because as soon as I started watching it, Goku was laying hands on. I was like, yo, what is this?
Yeah.
I was blown away. I was like, oh, okay, so this is what everybody's talking about. That one episode, I was hooked. After I watched it, I went and did research and found some VHS set. I went to the store to get some VHS tapes of all the other stuff, and I started buying action figures, and I was hooked immediately.
That's awesome.
But yeah, Dragon Ball has definitely been in my life since middle school, as far as just meeting people and getting the merchandise, and just it was crazy. Even when it came back, the Super came back. I remember, like you said, Hector, when you and your boys got up for Goku. I think me and Ray met up for that episode because we were back in the Super, and we were like, "Yo, let's just do a watch party at your place." It's crazy. Like, Dragon Ball brings people together, even when you're not like, might not have anything else in common other than Dragon Ball.
Facts.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Facts.
But Yeah, it's definitely been a life changer. I met, like I said, I met Justin through it, met some other people through it. Now I'm meeting Hector through it. Just a simple, anime show, but it's more. Once you meet the people, you understand there's more to it than just the Dragon Ball aspect of
Yeah, agreed. Agreed. I think so I mean I kind of shared my story when Toriyama passed, but I'll just try to keep this brief. For me, man, I grew up competitive through sports and all that kind of stuff, and then like I mean I always liked to draw and mess around with drawing, but Dragon Ball I discovered, I can't remember. I think I was at my grandma's house one time, and she was the only one who had cable. I didn't have cable, and so she had cable television. And I remember watching Cartoon Network, or even before that. I take that back. It was actually on regular television for a small period of time, and it didn't do but so well. And I remember early morning before school seeing it on TV before I would go to school, and I'd be like, "What is this?" It was like Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball, like start of Dragon Ball Z. And then they wiped it and took it away, and then it went on Cartoon Network. And I remember going to my grandma's house and watching, seeing the Frieza saga, probably around the same time you were talking about, like Raccoon, the Ginyu Force, all that kind of stuff. I watched that and was like, what in the world? Saw Super Saiyan happen, and I'm like, what is going on? And I remember in middle school, I would go in computer class, and all I would do after my work, I would print out black and white pictures of Dragon Ball, and I still have that folder somewhere in my house, and it's just all black and white pictures filled up to the brim of this folder, and it's me like drawing. I would draw these pictures, like sometimes I would trace them, but then I would, like, once I got good enough and understood, I would just sit there and look at it and try to draw Dragon Ball over and over and over, to where it was so ingrained in my head that every time I try to draw after, all of my characters that I drew on my own, like if I drew Ninja Turtles, they were influenced by the vibe of Dragon Ball.
Dragon Ball.
Yeah, like, and if I made my own, like I was like, doing hip hop and rapping and doing stuff, but I still drew. So I would like have my own created comic characters, and they were like super like thugged out, like all this crazy like baggy jeans, sagging pants, but they would look like Dragon Ball characters. And I was like, yo, like my dudes are legit. Like this is the hood version of Dragon Ball, man. And it was super cool, man. But like I always loved Dragon Ball for the simple fact that like I would come home even in high school. Me and my brother would watch it, and man, it was the one thing, my dad passed away last year. But we went and saw I think he didn't go to this the Broly movie, but I brought the Broly movie to him while he was still sick, because it was the one cartoon and one show that me, him, and my brother all watched together that connected us probably together, which I thought was cool, because my dad first thought it was whack. He was like, he would come home, see me and my brother watching it, and he'd be like, "Why are y'all still watching cartoons, man? Y'all are freaking teenagers. What are y'all doing?" And then like I'd be like, "Yo, but you guys see this?" And like, 'cause my dad loved martial arts. He loved Bruce Lee, all that kind of stuff. And so he'd watch that and he was like, "Yo, this is actually really dope." And we would just watch Dragon Ball like all the time. And just the fact of what Goku specifically, but that's why he's my guy, is like this never give up attitude. You know what I mean? It's this Power Up brand is like this mentality. It's a lifestyle of dig deep within yourself, man. Don't give up. Don't quit. Like that's one thing I loved about Goku. He never gave up. He pushed and pushed beyond his limits all the time. And it was always this inspiring aspect of what Dragon Ball meant to me, man. So I do find a lot of things when I see characters in Dragon Ball, it reminds me not of just of my childhood, but it also reminds me of like when I see Goku, I look at somebody who's like, "Bro, I'm not quitting. You can kill me, I ain't gonna quit." I'm like, yes, that was my life story, bro. So love it. Yeah.
I'm be real with you though. I'll give you this exclusive, Justin, because I don't even know if I told you this. I was a Goku fan.
I think you did tell me this.
Believe it or not, I did. Okay, yeah.
I think now that you say it, I think I remember you.
When I was watching Dragon Ball, I was 100% on Goku. I was not on Vegeta whatsoever. I like Goku was the dude, but I think as Hector said, as an adult, it changed my perspective on different things. I saw the character growth of Vegeta and just other things, and to me, Goku just stayed the same. I didn't like that. As a as an adult looking at stuff, I'm like, I need you to change a little bit now. But the segue into that, I was a Goku fan at one point. I just wanted to add that. So
hey.
the hate doesn't just come from nowhere.
You're still a hater, but not a big. You know what I'm saying? It's whatever.
It's like that meme of it's like you either die here or live long enough to become the villain. I think it's like you either are Goku. It's like you either die Goku or you live long enough to become Vegeta. In a way.
That's a good one.
Like Vegeta definitely resonates more with me as like a complete character, but
Yeah.
I do love like the Goku ideology.
But I think that's what I'm saying.
And there's still a journey of like even the original Dragon Ball of like how Goku became Goku.
Right.
You know?
But I think like
still,
even for me, like I think everybody, the reason why Vegeta is so popular is because he does resonate with the average and not as average, but pretty much everybody can relate to the story of Vegeta, right? His story of being, you know what I mean, conflicted, the trauma that he went through, the emotional,
even though most of their morals and like ideologies match up more with Goku's.
Right, I think that's the thing is like
give up all that.
Yeah, and I think Goku is somebody that I've always strived. I feel like most of us strive to be, but we know that man, I'm never gonna be that guy. So Vegeta is the easier one to just be like, hey, I connect with him, so he's my guy. And I'm like, yeah, he is. That's why I love Vegeta too. I enjoy him. I do love Vegeta. I just look at Goku and I'm like, man, like that's an what
you want to be.
Yeah, people want to be Goku because of the way his mentality is most of the time, because of his Saiyan blood and all the little characteristic knickknacks that get in between the things. That's what makes Goku annoying for most people, because he's conflicted between the human side and his Saiyan side. Where Vegeta's like, I don't really care that much. I'm a Saiyan and I'm proud of it. I do whatever I need to do. Obviously, Goku's had influence on Vegeta. I'm just saying, like, if it is what it is. But yeah, we can talk about those things later on, man. But that's a Dragon Ball debate. But Dragon Ball in and of itself, man, has meant a lot to all of us. And I'm sure that you guys watching, people in the chat, it's meant something to you guys too, man. So
that's what brought us all here.
Exactly. We're all here in the chat. We're all watching this because we enjoy Dragon Ball. 1000%, man.
Exactly.
Well, let's just close this thing on out, man. Any last words from you guys? And before I close this out?
Yeah, man, it's been a pleasure. I'm looking for...
Oh, no, you go ahead. I was gonna... Okay. Yeah, you go ahead.
All right. It's been a pleasure. Definitely looking forward to doing more with y'all. I think this was a good first take. We'll definitely take any feedback from anybody in the chat, because like I said, we're always looking to improve. But yeah, it's going to go up from here. So
absolutely.
That's my point.
I was just gonna say, I hope Bandai keeps buffing green. They really need it. But no, I appreciate the opportunity to like be on this platform with my two brothers right here. The idea of like a podcast, I think it's like a really nice one. And yeah, I'm just excited to just do more of this, and hopefully I don't catch another bout of COVID to stop me from recording again, which is why we couldn't do this last week. Yeah.
No, but I mean, either way, I think we needed a little more time to polish a couple things up, and God knew what we needed. You know what I mean? God's timing. But man, I'm just grateful for both you guys, man. You guys are definitely like brothers to me. I enjoy y'all, and I enjoy your company, your time, your energy, and your passion for this game. And not just the game, but just Dragon Ball in general. I love that it's brought us three together as friends, and the community that's watching, and the Power Up community that people aren't even on this. Y'all don't even have to be. I'm grateful for you guys watching. I'm grateful for the people in the chat. I appreciate y'all, man. This is exciting times, and I'll just leave y'all with this, man. I think we started what I just said about the Goku thing. I think segues into probably the best way I could end this thing is just saying, man, like the Power Up brand is more than just a brand for me. It literally is a mindset and my lifestyle like put into a logo and into a community. And it's just I know there's a lot of toxic stuff in TCGs and gaming communities and just almost any community you ever maybe have been a part of. There's always some type of like just toxic, weird stuff that starts to go down, and people are just treating people wrong, or and people's egos get in the way. What I'm hopeful for is that you guys would see this stream and feel encouraged and powered up for your own life, that look like these cards are cool, these cards matter, but at the end of the day, Power Up in and of itself, we exist to do more than just that. And I hope that this stream captures that, and this podcast captures that, and that you guys can be like, man, I can take on this stuff I got coming my way. Like, maybe you're going through some stuff with your family. Maybe you're going through some stuff with your girlfriend or your boyfriend or whoever it is. I don't know who, if we have women in the chat or watching this, whoever whoever you're doing life with. Stuff may be rough, stuff may be unstable, and you may not know what's next for you. I'm just encouraging you, man, to not give up, man. Push through that mess and know that you have at least 3 people right here in front of you on a camera telling you that you can do it, man. Like, you can push through this stuff. If you need somebody to talk to, our community exists. Go to our Discord channel. Come through. We have a prayer request spot. There's a spot where you can, get some people to pray for you if you believe in that stuff. If you don't, that's cool too. But just having other people to talk to about going through this stuff, you know what I mean? You might get a fresh new perspective from me. You know what I mean? You may get something from Hector, from Travis. But we exist, man, for more than just a card game, man. Like, I tell these guys all the time, I'm like, to me, the card game and all this stuff, to me is just, and Dragon Ball, I feel like God gave me the passion and the desire to, or like, just to enjoy Dragon Ball the way I do for a reason. And my reason is so I can connect with more people like these 2 guys, but also you guys watching, in hopes that we would develop more than just a, like, basic surface level conversation and friendship, that hopefully there will be meaningful things that happen in our conversations together that actually build your life up and power you up to be better than what you are today. So I hope that inspires you. Hope that encourages you. That's what I'm gonna leave y'all with. And thanks again, man. Thanks for coming through. Thanks for being a part of this Power Up podcast episode 1. And you guys have an amazing night, and great rest of your week. All right. So power yourself up, power up those around you, go out to the world to make a difference. That's what this whole thing is about. We love y'all. Peace.